Tzu Chi and the Yilan County government collaborated, providing supplies to people in need. Tzu Chi volunteers delivered supplies to flood-affected residents in Zhengzhou. Welcome to Dai Headlines, I'm Hu Chao. Glad to have you here. Tzu Chi and Yilan County started a nutritious meal relief plan. At the second round of distribution, ILFA prepared vegetable packages, and along with Tzu Chi's care packages, many impoverished families can eat healthily during the pandemic. After the Level 2 alert was announced, Tzu Chi volunteers started to visit 199 households. Workers from the Farming Association prepared healthy vegetable packages, picking the best organic vegetables in order to benefit the cycle of kindness. I hope that everyone can eat peacefully and healthily. This will increase our immunity. From Hualien Jingsi abode, care packages are prepared and sent out, hoping to help 1,692 impoverished families at the second round of distribution. We want to help impoverished families. By helping them, we are also helping out farmers. Volunteers sent the packages of love to local post offices, car rental companies, and other places. After the alert decreases to Level 2, volunteers are finally able to do home visits.
I haven't seen them in 2 or 3 months. I'm feeling very moved.
During the Level 3 alert, only phone calls can be made. After meeting with volunteers face-to-face, Ms. Wang feels very moved.
When I felt great pressure, these volunteers noticed and brought care to me. I'm very grateful.
Ms. Wang breaks down emotionally, taking care of her husband, who suffers from a stroke for 6 years, and with 2 children at home, she has to take on the responsibility of earning income.
During the day, I have to go to work, take care of my children, and run to the hospital. The things that happened years ago made me so tired that I wanted to give up. But now with the love from volunteers that have talked with me, I slowly walk out from sadness.
Think about it another way. She is here to help you. She is not your burden. Because you think about taking care of her, it makes you tired, right? Let's work it out.
The warmth-giving words from volunteers have made Ms. Wang confident, as she is ready to move forward in life. This trip this time isn't just a trip to bring supplies, but a life-changing experience for care recipients. Volunteers are here to give proper guidance and become the shield for these care recipients. In Taiwan, after the alert level has been downgraded, Tzu Chi Recycling Station is now open for half a day in Hualien. Recycling volunteers who have been vaccinated are happy to return to the post to recycle.
Early in the morning, volunteers have arrived at a recycling station with joy.
Measuring temperatures, registering names, and maintaining social distances, which is the distance within pandemic prevention rules, everyone can volunteer with peace of mind.
Volunteers are soaked with sweat as they sort recyclables. After a 2-month break, everyone cherishes the opportunity to do recycling again.
Coming here, I feel lively again. It makes me realize that life is impermanent, so we must seize our time and opportunity to protect the planet Earth.
After the alert level has been downgraded, Hualien Recycling Station is open for half a day. The volunteers put on their masks and observe pandemic prevention measures as they resume recycling.
Going to the summer, Tzu Chi collaborated with Pagamo in order to promote online learning, inviting disadvantaged students to participate. Student Gao is one of the participants. Student Gao's grandmother passed away, and after a year, her father passed away. Losing both family members, she still remained optimistic as her goal was to finish college on her own. The classroom on screen is like a virtual book club as everyone joined in the virtual space to learn.
I'm very interested in the differences in educational resources between cities and villages. Therefore, I participated in activities and led a camp for children in remote regions.
Tzu Chi worked with Pagamo, promoting online learning during the pandemic as volunteers joined in to help students study. There was even a game to allow students to learn through playing. At the doorstep is 17-year-old student Gao. She studies commercial design in vocational high school. During the pandemic, it's not safe to go out. Therefore, student Gao learns through playful activities. One right answer rewards the user with a piece of land, but student Gao says that she's very conservative, often staying in her comfort zone.
I originally thought of eating it, but this is like an eye for an eye. Everyone will reach a bad end, so I thought of just reclaiming my own land.
Laughing and talking with confidence, during the interview, student Gao displays a mature mindset. Actually, her father is Taiwanese and her mother is Indonesian. Though her parents broke up while she was young, her grandmother and father raised her, but unfortunately, the father and grandmother passed away suddenly as student Gao was prepared for this.
I miss those times because when I was little, I was raised by my grandmother and father, but suddenly within 2 years, both of them are gone.
Though it's easy to talk about the past and appear calm on the outside, it's tough to not be sad on the inside. During the pandemic, the only companion that student Gao has is this dog raised by her grandmother.
The dog came here around last year.
Opening the case of memories, a picture of her grandmother appears. In student Gao's memories, her grandmother is like her mother, though she always stays with her father a lot. Now, after reading through the pictures, she still feels sadness.
I originally thought that I should put these pictures in a room because normally we don't put pictures of the deceased in our rooms, so I felt a bit weird.
Student Gao's father is very dedicated into the hobby of reading, making notes all over a book. Though she doesn't know what the notes are for, she knows she misses her father.
Yes, in the past, my father had no issues. His finger didn't shake, therefore his handwriting was beautiful.
Bring her project from commercial designs, her works promote LGBT rights and eco-friendliness. During her school years, student Gao has great grades as she is expected to participate in the nationwide design contest. This was all done by her own means. She makes her own decisions.
She doesn't ask you about things. Normally, people will ask how do they do this or that, but she doesn't. She figures it out.
There are many challenges in life. Facing the future, student Gao wants to find a job and receive a college degree. No matter how tough it gets, she believes that with enough hard work, she'll achieve her goal. In the aftermath of floods in Zhengzhou, China, Tzu Chi volunteers have traveled to Gaotun village in Jiazhou City to distribute aid supplies. Tzu Chi volunteers delivered living packs, disinfectant, and folding beds, which is what they need to rebuild their homes. For 4 days and 4 nights, we did not sleep. I led the team, but we were not able to stop the flood water. Almost all of our teammates cried.
The entire village was immersed in water for 3 days and 3 nights. The stench in the village is unbearable.
来到这边来关爱大家、关怀大家，也希望说，我们再尽我们所能来照顾我们的这个乡亲哦。
All the supplies have been gathered in the stadium. Volunteers from different places have come to help with packing. Although there's no air conditioning, everyone worked with joy. Chen Jianwen, whose left hand is handicapped, has come to help out every day. Lu Liangbia, who used to wander on the streets, is also working diligently, hoping to share the pain of the affected residents.
Thank you very much. I'm very grateful. I'm so excited that I cannot express my feelings.
Zhengzhou taxi fleet is giving volunteers rides free of charge. This time they're heading to Gaotuan village, which has been hard hit. Since the land is low and the floodwater cannot be stopped, the entire village has been flooded. Fortunately, no one was injured. Song Haixiang's excavator has saved a lot of people.
I've taken 3 trips, carrying less than 40 people. The excavator has been damaged. It does not matter as I'm saving our villagers.
The 17 supplies that have arrived in time have given villagers strength.
We have brought their much-needed beds, mattresses, disinfectant, living packages to help the villagers. We hope they can sleep on clean and dry beds, which do not smell.
All the clothes and blankets cannot be used. They have been thrown on the street. Tzu Chi Foundation has given us our most needed supplies.
Volunteers from different places have come to help the affected residents rebuild their home.
Tzu Chi Malaysia chapter started a fundraiser in June, donating medical equipment to multiple hospitals. These medical supplies not only buys time for medical workers, it also reduces their stress levels at work. Some medical devices provide better protection to medical workers. Here's more.
As the pandemic situation in Malaysia grew serious, with over 1 million COVID confirmed cases, as of now there are 170,000 active COVID cases and 1,000 people are treated in ICU wards. The increase of patients stresses out the medical system, as several hospitals face the issue of lacking medical equipment.
Patients are coming in fast, therefore we lack more equipment. Our ICU wards and medical workers are at risk. For example, hospitals in Ipoh lack ICU beds. They need 6 ICU beds. One ICU bed costs 400 to 500,000 ringgits. We order ICU beds and send it to hospitals in need.
Tzu Chi Malaysia chapter started a fundraiser in June, donating high-end medical equipment to hospitals in need. As of July, a total of 17 respirators, 22 HNFCS, 122 syringe pumps, 29 vital signs monitors, and 41 air purifying respirators are donated. Facing the increasing amount of the patients, medical workers work with more stress. With the arrival of medical equipment, medical workers may work with less stress.
We have a lot of drugs, including digoxin, insulin. These are for the patients and it must be injected 24 hours in a day. The dosage can be controlled, about 5 cc to 3 cc an hour. This must be very specific. This also has to be done by a syringe pump. We cannot do this manually.
Medical workers must wear N95 masks and protective clothing, but the long duration of wearing not only causes uncomfortable feelings, it also increases the risk of infection.
We have to change our N95 mask once in every 4 hours, but a lot of medical workers use over that duration. Every time we change our mask, we have to throw away our protective clothing. This will cause infection risk to medical workers because the mask has no protection. The air purifying respirators is a machine that filters air, then provides clean air for medical workers. It's more comfortable. It feels cooler and can be reused.
With the medical equipment provided, more hospitals may have the ability to save more lives.
Our work can be more efficient. We don't have to borrow and lend anymore. We should continuously take the blood pressure and heart rate in order to acquire information with efficiency. This allows more patients to receive better care while reducing the stress on medical workers.
更好的照顾也可以舒缓医护人员的疲劳。
Representing our hospital, I would like to welcome and say thanks to Tzu Chi. The devices you have provided can be used at ICU wards. It will bring great help to COVID-19 patients.
Dalam perawatan pesakit-pesakit COVID di ICU.
It's a very great help to us. Dalam masa we are in a very difficult situation, you lend us a hand for us to go forward and give spirit for us to fight for the COVID-19. Okay, thank you very much.
In Malaysia, the pandemic has continued to stress out medical workers. Therefore, Tzu Chi Malaysia chapter has taken actions to care for medical workers. Volunteers delivered vegetarian lunchboxes, provided toiletries and energy bars. In addition, they encouraged people to show their appreciation for medical workers.
病人在你的面前，然后他们需要援助，你走不掉，医生再多看一个，再多看一个，再多看一个，再多看一个，在你面前的你不帮忙，是很折磨的啦。因为身为一个医护人员，你的使命就是要去救人嘛。医护人员他们现在面对的并不只是工作上的压力，而且呢还有心灵上的那一种悲啊。我们不只是给资源，我们还要给这些医护人员做这样子的一个人文关怀啦。
In Malaysia, there has been more than 10,000 confirmed COVID cases daily. The large workload has exhausted the medical workers. Therefore, Tzu Chi has started caring for medical workers. They take actions to show their appreciation for medical workers.
We were having a meeting with a hospital deputy superintendent, and he mentioned that we've delivered vegetarian food to his hospital. He picked up this lunchbox and said that, look, I'm eating at 2:30. This is given by Tzu Chi volunteers. He said that thanks to Tzu Chi's delivery of lunchbox, when he is busy and cannot go find food, he can eat the food while attending a meeting. I really appreciate our local volunteers. They found a Malay chef. Although he is used to cooking meat dishes, our volunteers taught him to cook vegetarian food, so he can cook vegetarian food that tailors to Malay's taste. The deputy superintendent said that it is very tasty.
Tzu Chi has delivered vegetarian lunchboxes and packs of toiletries to safeguard the medical workers' health. In addition, they gave out energy bars and a special gift that warms the heart of medical workers.
Tzu Chi, we are very grateful that you have sponsored us the lunchbox. Apart from that was actually the healthy food bags, and with a special message handwritten by a patient. I think that is one actually become a gift that many people have seized and try to keep. Some of us got, some of us hope to get the next round. So we really appreciate that.
Kita berharap agar kalian boleh menjaga keselamatan.
To appreciate medical workers for safeguarding the residents' health, Tzu Chi has asked people to express their gratitude. Students from the high school have therefore made videos and electronic cards to thank the medical workers.
The pandemic has been getting more serious, and we cannot do anything about it. However, we want to let the medical workers know that we understand how hard they work. We support them and appreciate them. Some students cannot speak fluent Malay, but they use their limited vocabularies to express their gratitude. While their works might not be very professional, I think they are filled with students' love and thoughts. I believe that the medical workers can feel their sincerity.
After fighting a pandemic for more than a year, many people have felt tired. However, the medical workers are still working hard to battle the disease and safeguarding the residents' health. We should all follow pandemic prevention measures and not add to their workload. It is hoped that as everyone works with one heart and one mind to battle the pandemic, we can get through the challenges.
Under the pandemic, every industry suffered from economic losses, especially the food service industry. A vegetarian restaurant originally sold frozen dumplings. Surprisingly, after the pandemic, frozen dumpling sales skyrocketed, becoming the most popular product in the store.
In the kitchen, the chef is busy cooking dumplings, cut the dumplings wrapper, and find that the filling is rich. The secret of the aromatic dumplings is the use of the high-end ingredients.
Because it is a bit like the combination of Chinese and Western fusion cuisine that are popular among young people, and the richness of the truffles is about twice that of the general market.
The truffle is added to the dish, and the taste is really improved. Because of the pandemic, this vegetarian tea house changed its business to take out. Among them, vegetarian dumplings are particularly popular, and the daily sales volume is 10 times that before the pandemic.
We sell about 10,000 dumplings a day because our frozen dumplings are developed by ourselves and sold in every branch to provide customers convenience. Now they suddenly become our main selling point. Almost all our customers have been ordering dumplings.
Going out is risky. Many people eat at home. The sales rate of frozen dumplings has grown and become a special dish. Consumers are more willing to switch to vegetarian eating because of pandemic prevention considerations.
Nowadays, many doctors and some reports will recommend that, in fact, eating more vegetables can boost our immunity. During this pandemic, many people are willing to try a vegetarian diet.
The bus has 6 catering brands and adopt a multifaceted business model, so the impact of the pandemic is small, considering that the dietary habits of the general public have changed due to the pandemic. As a businessman, his brand moves fast and is creative. This vegetarian bakery has launched the bread set, allowing a family of 3 to eat for a week, and the product is popular.
Dragon Boat Festival is Monday and the breakfast shop will not open that day, so I have to buy 2 or 3 days worth of bread first.
The buses not only do business, but are also willing to do charity. The bus makes 2,000 vegetarian lunches at the price of $180 per serving, which will be sent to hospital or police units by Tzu Chi volunteers to take care of everyone's stomachs and taste buds.
Because of this pandemic, the frontline personnel are the hardest working. We have also felt that if they can eat good vegetarian meals, I think they will feel comforted.
In fact, the distribution of a vegetarian bento was initiated by Tzu Chi volunteers, and there were many restaurants participating in the grand event. At 8:30 in the morning, this vegetarian restaurant began to prepare ingredients. It takes 2 hours to prepare hundreds of lunch boxes, so the boss has opened 3 production lines, and the dishes change every day.
Side dishes are matched with a little shredded carrot and then a little black fungus to help improve someone's appetite in terms of color, and it will also be more nutritious.
With the spread of the pandemic, many people stayed at home, but it still has to rely on a few people to keep society turning. Also, a small vegetarian lunch full of life energy recharging the frontline staff.
In Kaohsiung, a corgi found itself lost in the rain. After seeing a motorcycle passing by, the smart dog jumped into the vehicle as the both of them traveled to a nearby police station. In the end, the corgi found its owner. We will leave you with these images. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.